Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about why a lot of us are getting bored with this game, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and why it's kind of sad that that's happening. And I'm here to, I guess, show you why this is happening and why I think maybe it's a little bit unfair of us to feel that way, and what we can do to make the game better for ourselves. At least these are my suggestions. There's nothing wrong with getting bored of the game or disliking it or even being angry at the developers for a lot of the issues that are in the game. And there are issues. This game is not perfect. I don't think any game is perfect. And I admittedly am also at the point where I am getting a little bored too. But I mean, things like this happen. Look at Tia. Oh my god, they're singing. Tia and Gala are singing. It's just, I never get tired of that. I never get tired of seeing that. It's just adorable. And they're so adorable. I mean, I have looked, I've never played any other Animal Crossing games. And just the fact that just seeing stuff like this is just so adorable. I've never played any game like this before. Let me just cut myself out of here and have you listen to it. So that was nice, right? So yeah, I mean, there's just those moments, and that's a suggestion that I have. We're gonna do this video very organically as things kind of come up as I just walk around the island. Talk to your villagers or your islanders. The more you talk to them, this is what I found out, is the conversations get less repetitive. And like right now she's saying some repetitive stuff, but if I keep talking to Tia like 5 times in a row, no more than 5 to 10 times in a row. I think it's 10 times that is the maximum you should try to talk to them in one sitting. See, it gives you more variety in their dialogue. So if you talk around around the 5th time, and then they'll start asking you to do things for them. Like, now that I'm talking more to them, I'm getting them to, they're asking me to do more things for them, like catch specific fish, or do the treasure hunt, or just little micro jobs for them. Or they'll trade me like an article of clothing for something that I have. They'll also do guessing games, like they'll have, after you go to the treasure hunt, you have to guess, is it a furniture item, is it a clothing item, and then if you get it right, they'll give it to you, and if not, then they don't give it to you. It's kind of nice that, you know, there's that element of chance in there. And, you know, look how adorable they are. And the fact that they walk around your island and you can interact with them and you can change up their, look at that. She was concerned about the stung. I haven't seen this before. You should really have been more, I really have been more careful about shaking trees. Sorry, I shouldn't joke while you're hurting. See, that's funny. That's funny. I never saw that before. See, so you can unlock more dialogue as long as you talk to your villagers a little more than usual, but not too much. Oh, look at that. A new bug. I haven't seen this one before. This is new. There you go. And what is it? Oh, a drone beetle. Oh, I did catch it before. Okay. You can tell if you caught a bug before if it says yes. If it says yes, it means you have not caught it before. Yeah, so, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that people are complaining about, and comparing this game to New Leaf. And now, I never played New Leaf, but I do know the things that people are complaining about. And when I saw some gameplay on Google, or sorry, not Google, YouTube, video gameplay of what is available in New Leaf, I was kind of shocked at all the features that are available in New Leaf. The fact that you can go in the water, you can get a diving suit, and you can swim. You can deep dive swim in your diving suit in the ocean, and you can get like more items. You can get, or not items, more fish and more sea creatures in the water. I couldn't even believe that. I was like, I saw it. I saw maybe I'll just put up some footage. That was, to me, incredible. And the fact that you could, and the dialogue that I saw was much more complicated. And it looked like the villagers were much more complex in their personalities. And each villager was very unique and had their own, like, dialogue. It wasn't like all the normal types have normal type dialogue that is repetitive to each character. It's not like that at all in New Leaf. Each character had a very unique personality, and you could tell from the dialogue that they were all different. So that was definitely another shocking revelation I had noticed about New Leaf. Like, and I don't really understand, because New Leaf was made in 2012 and this is made in 2020. This was made March 20th, 2020. This was completed then. And I don't really quite understand how it is that New Leaf has so much more dialogue than this game, made, what, 8 years later? So I don't know if that's going to be an upgrade in the future or what. But that to me is pretty shocking. I was very shocked by that. The fact that New Leaf has way more items of furniture too. I think there's like, I don't know, 5 times more furniture available in New Leaf than there is in New Horizons. And that to me is a little strange. I come from a game design background. I never worked on development, really. I only worked on graphics. And I did know a little bit about development and how it worked, but it was more for casino games. I used to design casino games, and I did the UI and 3D models for that using 3ds Max. I don't even know what it's called now, but that's what I used. And I made like roulette tables, like, you know, all different types of poker tables and slot machines, things like that. And although those machines are nowhere near as complex as this game, with, you know, the same principles apply. Game design, or UI design, is one of the most important things out of the game. If your UI is not on a good foundation, your game will suck, essentially suck, and people will not like it. So there are a lot of UI mistakes that I see in this game that would never fly in like a casino type environment. They would never ever let it develop that way. So, you know, the whole fact that, like, the manila clams, for instance, that you have to, that they are, when you get the manila clams, they take up an entire slot and they don't stack, and then you have to like craft fish bait one at a time. That is a serious UI flaw. And also the fact that when you go into the Able Sister shop, you can only buy 1 item of clothing at a time. You have to come out of this change room and then go back out. Whereas if you buy the clothing from the floor, like the actual floor, like, it goes to your pockets, but if you don't, it goes to your storage at home. See, here we go. There's Yuka. She's asking me to do a treasure hunt. So yeah, I'd highly suggest, if you're getting bored of the game, just interact more with your villagers, and you'll find that they have more complex dialogue. And I don't know if it's definitely not anywhere near New Leaf's complexity, but it's a lot better than people are stating. Like, they're saying, oh, the dialogue is so basic and repetitive, but it's actually a little better the more you interact with them. So I highly suggest talking more to your villagers, buying them gifts that they're suited to their style and personality. The apps that are available in the mobile, like Google Play and Apple Store, there's an app in there that I highly suggest. The travel guide, ACNH travel guide, I believe it's called. You pay $3.99 for it. It's $3.99 Canadian. I think it's $1.99 or $2.99 US. It's got a great section, even more complicated than nookplaza.net. Nookplaza.net is the other site that I recommend. That one is free. You can look up gifts that your villagers like and buy items that are suitable. But the ACNH travel guide app goes a little more in depth, and it'll tell you furniture items that they like too. Whereas the Nook Plaza only gives you like, it only tells you clothing, or Nook Plaza only tells you clothing items, whereas the app will tell you furniture and clothing. Oh, I had seen that before. I don't know why I even dug that up. Okay. So other things about New Leaf that are not in New Horizons, which may come later, and that's another gripe that New Leaf players have against New Horizons, is that why didn't they just release all of the features, or make this New Leaf but like better, or just better graphics? Like why didn't they just do that? To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know why they did it. I believe it has something to do with monetizing, and they want to monetize this game as much as possible. Just the fact that, you know, you have to buy a Nintendo Online membership to make your own clothes, to do custom patterns, even though it's like a maximum of 130 slots, which makes no sense. I mean, you're paying for it. You should be able to get more than that. I do believe that they will change that. I don't think it's fair that it is at only 130. Then again, a Nintendo Online membership is not really that expensive. But then again, this is an $80 game. In Canada, this is $80. This is an $80 game in Canada. In US, it's $60. And, you know, for that kind of money, you do expect it to be more of a complete game than it is now. And I don't know if I'm gonna solidify my opinion on the game and say that I don't believe that this game, now that I've played it for almost, well, 2.5 months, I have played it now for 2.5 months, that it is, I don't think it's worth $80 right now. If they come out with more free updates that include more of the features that I've read about in New Leaf, and like little expansion things like the cafe, the Tortimer Islands, like the way Tortimer Islands work, you know, that's another thing. These Tortimer Islands, the Tortimer Islands in New Leaf are incredible sounding. They had these, you know, like in the event where back in May, where we had to go to the island to go on those maze trips, like we just had one chance, one maze. Well, Tortimer Islands on the Nintendo 3DS, a New Leaf, which is a far inferior system to the Switch, you could go to these islands and then play all these miniature games. And they had like things like where you find these beetles, and people would spend hours doing these little mini games. Why don't they have something like that? Why did that event limit us only to one time going onto that island to do the little maze? Like, I really had a lot of fun doing that. I don't understand why, you know, why they limit it to just the one time. I love that butterfly. So I hope they bring some of that in another update, and I swear to God, it better be free, because I know they never thought that people would play hours and hours and hours of this game and then burn out so quickly, even after just 2.5 months of play. I'm already starting to get burnt out on this. I've done everything in this game. I'm not just a player that kind of specializes in just fishing or catching bugs. I know some people are perfectly happy doing that, and they have not burnt out on the game. They still love the game, and they still love all aspects of the game. Like, a lot of people are not complaining about anything, but, you know, I'm not at the point where I hate the game or am so bored of it that I don't play it anymore. I'm clearly still playing it. I still do my daily tasks. I still talk to all my villagers. I still do love this game a lot. And I totally forgot that I was looking for this treasure. I was on a treasure hunt. I have no idea where it is. I just found all the fossils I was supposed to get today. Not even. I'm still missing one fossil. Okay, well, obviously it's not going to happen. The treasure hunt is over. I have not found the treasure. So that means I've talked for 6 minutes. Wow, about I don't know what. I hope you're finding this video entertaining in some way. Yeah, so my opinion is that the game is still somewhat fun to play as long as you try to find out try to overlook the little quirks and try not to compare it. You know, I think people who have not played New Leaf or don't even know about it will not be upset or anything. Like, and as long as you play, maybe you limit your play down to like 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours maximum per day, maybe even just 1 hour per day, you won't burn out on this game yet. You'll still have plenty to discover. You'll still have plenty to look for, and you'll be plenty challenged by what what this game is offering now. But from what I have read about New Leaf, even though I've never played it, I am shocked. And all of the footage that I've seen, about New Leaf, I'm actually surprised that this game doesn't have more to it. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not sure if this will persuade you either way. Is this game worth it? Is this game worth $80? No, my conclusion is no. It's not worth $80 Canadian right now as it is. It still needs more. I think the New Leaf players are completely justified in being a little disappointed by how this game is now. I think they're absolutely justified. I think they are rightfully upset. Like, they are truly justified about like their disappointment and the observations that they make about how New Leaf isn't actually a better game. I agree with them. And I'm not saying don't play this game. It's definitely play it if you can afford it. If not, if you can't afford the $80, it's totally okay to wait until this game gets better, at least another update, another free update, and then maybe I will say definitely it will be worth your $80. I've played other games where there's a lot of grinding and things like that, much like this game. The other game that I played a lot of that I find, well, it's not really similar in any way, but it's kind of like an RPG kind of game, and it was Diablo 3. And in it, there's a lot of like building of your world and, gaining new skills, and, it is also very repetitive, and, there's not a lot to it in terms of complexity and developing relationships or anything like that. It's nothing like this game, but did I find Diablo to be worth, at the time when I bought it, it was $50 Canadian. Yes, I did find that to be worth it, because they eventually, like, they did develop it. They did try to, they continued to develop it. And at the time, obviously, being an older game, considering the limitations of design and all that kind of thing, it was very good for what it was. And I played the hell out of that game, and I have no regrets. Then the upgrades came to that game, which you had to pay for. I didn't feel that the upgrades were really that worth it. I think you had to pay another $20 for an upgrade. So that game ended up being $70 overall. Would I say it was worth? I kind of a little bit regret. I regret upgrading that game. I didn't really play the upgrade that much. I thought it would make me like the game again, but I completely played the game to its completion, and I couldn't get back into it, even when it was made into a Switch game. I played it for a little bit, but I still couldn't get back into it. Never got back into it. And I really hope that it doesn't happen to me in this game, in Animal Crossing. I really don't want it to happen. I don't want to be burnt out on this game. So what I'm going to do, you know, I'm only going to play it until, limit myself to maybe an hour, like just do my daily tasks, give the gifts that I need to give, and just wait. I'm going to limit my play until the next update. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. What do I think about the new wedding event? Not much. It's kind of like it's a month-long event. I did it yesterday. I made a Vegas style wedding, and it was okay. If you like decorating and things like that, you would probably find the event very fun. And that's one of the aspects of this game is decorating. And yeah, I spent about, I don't know, 15 minutes doing that, and I got my crystals, and I was done with it. So yeah, it was okay. I don't know, the events in this game have not been great, to be honest. Like, the bunny event was horrific. The only one that I actually liked was the Mayday event, where you got to go to the island and it was transformed into a maze thing. But I really enjoyed that. But that was sadly so limited. I don't understand why they did that. And the event that just passed was the museum event. That was so not challenging. It was not challenging at all. It was just going to like the little booths and getting a stamp. I mean, that was ridiculously simple and almost stupid, to be honest. It was ridiculous. And now this little wedding event is better. I like the stuff you're getting, I guess, but I mean, is it anywhere near what the 3DS was capable of? No. We can do so much better, Nintendo. You can do so much better. Developers, come on, man. What happened? Why did you make these decisions? I don't know. So that's it. I hope this video was informative in some way, or maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't agree with me. I would love to hear your opinions. This is coming from a player who's never played Animal Crossing games before, but I have done my research to find out, you know, why it was that New Leaf players were complaining, or even Wild World people were complaining, and I just wanted to see why they were complaining so much, and I agree with them. I 100% agree with you all that this game could be so much better. Alright, so here's hoping. Cheers to everyone, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of video. Thanks so much. Bye for now.